Please do not
Next then.
swear.
Pretty sure I need to move this like this as well. There's a loud plane in the background of my room.
I have caught it.
Apologies.
Caught a glimpse of it. Tim, how's it going?
Tim, how good are you with Photoshop? Not very good. Okay.
Damn. Hey,
What?
Zunal, how's it going? Why is everyone playing new frogs today? For funsies. I was really annoyed because Mahone made a video about frogs today, and I was going to be recording it today. I was like, damn. That list is close to mine, except for the fact that he plays for scoop ups, which is a bit of a meme, I guess.
No artistic gift. Mm-hmm.
I'm still super bunged up today. Hay fever just killing me. Am I really facing Volk in 2018?
Benjamin Pavey.
Max, how's it going? Well done, by the way, the weekend.
Yeah, congrats, buddy.
Scott, how's it going?
Hey, Scott.
Hope you had a good weekend as well. I imagine it was pretty good.
Pretty hype.
So, I don't really want this Remoraid to die. But I'm not sure if I can help it. Lele's actually a pretty good attacker in this matchup. I am going to blow her, just to make it harder for him to do like steam up knockout, I guess. That's fine. Didn't even do anything. No, it's one of those things where Seb's been knocking on the door all year, pretty much. So it's definitely deserved, I think. Establishing himself now to be, you know, between top 3 and 5 of the UK. I think it's a comfortable statement to say that now. Okay, Remoraid's alive. We're happy with this. World's testing starts. Yeah, that's the spirit. That's why I'm here doing this. Right? Doomsday, how's it going? So it's really unlikely that he can Guzma with the 1-card hand and do anything, so we're going to try and set up this as best we can. We'll put like all the pings onto one and try and one-shot the other, I guess. Maybe put some of the pings on the Lele for the GX attack for game. With this deck, you basically just ignore the single prize Pokemon, in my experience. It just isn't worth it. Unless it's like Malamar, because the Latios is so good at mopping those up and rendering their whole deck useless. Sylveon's back on the menu. Well, so much Zoroark did well. I guess it's appealing. We don't care about him going ahead in prizes, really. We have the ideal turn. Oh wow, he's not even going for... Okay, that makes it not an ideal turn. Thanks, double timable Tails. You know, we said it was unlikely for him to do all that stuff.
Uh-oh.
Huh. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. So I think getting rid of as many cards as possible is the right approach here. And in order to do that, we need to play lots of these to try and give ourselves the best chance to finish off this thing. We really want Frogadiers here. Joe, don't lose to Volk. I'll try, man. Rough matchup. I don't see why this shouldn't go down.
Oh, I see.
It's fine. We're completely fine going behind on prizes. We're sad if he can deal with this other Frogadier. But even then, like, the Lele and the active's too appealing, right? Well, apparently not. At least we're making him go a long way around us. 2 Guzmas spent, 3 Guzmas spent already. So Lele's chilling on the bench for a bit now.
Evening, lads. Volk poggers.
Okay, we want to hit DC for Latios this turn, no matter what. I also want to evolve up into Frogadier, no matter what. So let's do those things. We're going to start setting up this Lele for our last 2 prizes. Don't think we're going to get more than draw 4. Seb, how's it going, dude? Look at those bits. Someone's
yes.
spending already.
510 bits.
Oh no, we are going to lose to Volk. Nectar.
Puppy.
This is absolutely fine though, right? This just isn't a problem. Don't worry about the long game. We've got that covered.
Got that in the bag.
If you think we don't have that covered, you're wrong.
You're right.
Try to get some nectars on stream.
You guys deserve some apology for the support you've provided. Thanks, Seb.
It ain't 5G, Seb.
It was on you though, buddy.
Sorry to disappoint you. But no, it's a huge achievement for you, dude. He lost, right? You don't have to tell people that.
One of your finest gold pieces.
We got him. We stayed calm. And we won the auto win after all. We'd rather N, I guess. Not gonna go for hog plays.
Okay, on then. Simmons have booked Leal already.
Oh, perfect. As well as every other event.
Mm.
I guess after a weekend like that, it's the perfect time. It just gives you that buzz that you just can't replicate. It's like, well, I guess I'm going to everything.
It's a good buzz. It's a very good buzz. Spending Seb's 5k is cool.
N. But I have game on board. What's an N to game on board? That's my question. How's it going, Pierce? Hope you had a good weekend of your own, doing your own thing. Missed out on a good weekend.
Nick is always on holiday, so he can't play Pokemon. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Joe, we may need to make a slight adaptation to the...
Is it 85?
You need to change what game we're playing, friend.
Oh, Jack!
Poggers. I've been nuzlocking too hard. Whoops.
Should we just leave it? Let's just leave it at platinum and I'll just start playing that, shall I?
Don't tell them.
Give the people what they want. Poker dude 55129. So what do people think in chat after this weekend? What do people think is a good play going into the NAIC? Because that's pretty much knocking on the door. Or Valencia for any Europeans going, I guess. A game called Ashes. I've not heard of that game. Is it a board game or is it a card game? Me and Jack were cubing all of Sunday, and Tim. Luke reckons that Zoroark is good. Can't argue. Glad Zoro proved itself.
What is going on? No, no. I didn't mean to do this.
I thought if you played Zoro, you were a madman. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a very brave. You had to be very brave to play Zoroark, I think, this weekend, but paid off. I think because some of the better players didn't play Boswell, it just meant that better Zoroark players can steal ties and wins and then just beat everything else.
Mm.
I assume that's how it went. I don't know Seb's matchups and whatnot, but Zorogarbs play Kartana, they play E-Hammer as well. Let's just hold.
Oh, poggers, Joe. I've done a thing with Photoshop.
Yeah?
Oh my god. I'm actually so proud. I've done more this week than I did for my whole uni degree this year. I've learned how to code, I've learned how to edit, and now I've learned how to Photoshop.
Excellent.
Broken. What's going on the screen?
US will ignore EU results as always, then Valencia will follow the NOIC. I don't think US ignores European tournaments. This balloon's annoying, huh? I mean, we could have done like a breakthrough KO this turn, finishing off the Trubbish. We didn't know that we were drawing to 2 Frogadiers, obviously, but could have happened. But this way, just setting up a big Greninja right now with his board state not being fantastic sounds really good. They're forced to evolve into Trashalanche, which is absolutely fine for us. They whiff on Zoroarks. I really don't want to end here. Let's draw and see if we can get the Greninja off the 2. Okay, I guess we are playing in. I'll hold the float because we have so much chunky stuff. Oh, Beedling Beetle.
Oh, poggers. Can't believe a few of us, including Jack, built a broken Buzz and I was the only fool left playing it. Sorry, Rocket. I kind of wish I'd played it. Kind of wish I'd played anything other than Buzz Rock. Buzz Rock was the, on paper, best choice. It was the best deck, but I actually think I would have done better with almost any other deck I played. Which is unfortunate. But I learned from it. All I know is I think I'm almost certainly going to be playing Zoroark for Valencia.
Don't tell him.
Or Malamar.
Excellent. Covered your tracks perfectly. Oh,
Or VG.
Look how terrible this hand is. Please. Please, Octillery. Please. Nectar. Two, four. Okay. We're going to try and just KO the Zorua, so I will play the N, even with the low hand size. I think it's worth it if we can KO a Zorua. Pop that off.
$30 damage.
What does he even do at this point? Delinquent is the spice. Acerola double hammer. Better than Seb's version. Well, I think Seb playing 8 special energies now is sort of like you can't do that anymore if there'll be more Zoroarks again playing E-Hammers in 1 or 2 counts. So I think it again becomes the weird split. I think Seb chose his time to play all the strong energies at the right time. But I think that's unusable now. What else? Zoromirrors are so boring. Acerolas go back in. Like, second copy of Parallels / extra copy of Blower has to go back in. So many spaces dedicated just to mirrors. It's so sad, but so necessary.
Scott and Seb, are you guys going to Valencia? Do you know yet, or are you actually just starting the season off? When the season actually starts in September.
Wait.
Get that guru back in.
Why don't I attach here? This guy's right here. What am I doing? Mind games. That's what we're doing.
No Valencia? Fair enough.
Ooh, gonna be okay. Protect the big ninja boy, I guess.
Ninja boy?
Protect him. So he's having to Mallow just to get the KO here. I don't think... Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably hard for him to also develop a Toxin behind it. Which made us pretty happy. Easy win. Deary me. I was thinking, instead of playing 3 Latios, I might have to play 1 Coco and then make a space for SP on EX if I want to beat Zoroarks with this deck. Not that I actually take this seriously, but look at that coin.
Shiny Ordino, 1, 2, 3. Look at the eggs! Oh, yeah.
That's a sick coin.
I'd like to be one of those.
I'm gonna have to buy a theme deck now, aren't I?
I'm off to see the boggers.
What does that even...
I literally have no idea what that even means. Oh dear. Embarrassing.
Pull a full-out frog from winning a League Cup. Traded it before we could touch it. Oh wow, 107
Azul.
viewers from Azul. Welcome
My
everyone.
guy. Hello everybody. Hope you're all doing okay.
This hand is nectar.
Towards the theme deck.
It has 0 Lele. Swagnate, how's it going? Josh G as well. Oh, Nick
Oh,
with
look at the bits.
520.
Hey Josh. 520. Seb being overtaken by Nick.
Look at this. Uh-oh. What's going on here then?
Open. Sesame.
So I guess we're giving him a little water dip. Because that sounds like a good move.
Hey everyone. What do you think of the locations of UK regionals next season? They're a bit wacky, a bit out there. I think they're pretty bad European travelling wise. They're not awful, I don't think, but they're not. It's like better than like Cornwall and Glasgow, I suppose.
I mean,
no,
those are the
Glasgow's an airport.
extremes, but we're...
They're not as central as this year's, but I'm not overly bothered by them.
Yeah,
personally.
I've never been to Harrogate. I've been to Bristol.
I've never been to either.
Once, but honestly, now with a cheer as well of 111 bits, everyone's in here today. Unreal.
They're pretty awful for Europe. Yeah, I've heard because it's just very bad. Transport links to them.
How did Sheffield go? I got top 64 at Sheffield. The 5-1-3 record. We'll talk about it all in a bit after this game, I guess.
Any idea how they come to choose the place they do? I think it makes sense they're going to try and, well, they varied it. I think having the same, like having Liverpool again for a third year in a row. I think the only one that might happen again is Leipzig because it's a dream hack. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually turns out we don't get any of the same regionals as we did this year. Just because I think they want to try new locations. They want to work out what's cheapest. They want to work out what is best. There's no way we're going back to Bremen, I don't think. So I can see Bremen being replaced by Frankfurt.
It's likely to still be the same countries, though. It's probably just different cities.
Yeah, I would still expect at least 2 more to be announced for Germany. I don't know whether Sweden will get another one. But I would expect at least 2 more for Germany. Plus we've got internats yet to be announced as well. Bristol isn't too bad for transport links. The venue is right next to Bristol Temple Mead Station. Does the airport bus stop there as well?
Hello, Cato.
Bremen, the place was nice. The venue was mega well. Yeah, I liked. I mean, Bremen was fine. It's fine.
The venue was super weird.
But the venue was awful. Cheers, Pablo, for the host. Seb funding the majority of next season with his winnings. Very good idea. Very, very good idea.
Cat, out the way then. Come on. Off your pop.
Out the way, boggers.
Right, because it's not really worth me just going in with a Greninja, we'll just carry on setting stuff up. Make him make all the weird plays with a low hand size. Yeah, he's got a pretty weak turn. Am I still on crutches? I'm on one crutch at the moment. Halfway to being healthy. What does Latios do for this deck? Coco promo couldn't. Weakness. Yeah, exactly. It's weaknesses. Makes it a great slayer of Inkays and also slams Buzzwole in the face.
It's also, in some situations, it's better, like, the 30 is genuinely more influential than 20 to everything is sometimes not actually as good as 30 to 2 specific targets. So just having numbers is cool. Pro tip, if you want to get to your pairings, walk with a guy with crutches.
True. True fact. Okay, so he's in a weird spot. He doesn't have much draw. He has the one Zoro. He's had to put down another Lele, which could be game-losing for him. Navigating the venue was fine, to be honest. It was good to get as much walking in as possible, just for my recovery anyway. So it was a good weekend. My calf was really, like, strained by the end of it, but that's fine. I tried to go on the OmniBike today, and it was not a good idea. I was in quite a bit of pain after like 3 minutes of attempting it, so I'm not quite ready for the bike yet.
No bike streams just yet.
But my range of movement is increasing, so that's good. Wow, he had to write us beating again. That's so good for us. We're going to put him in a spot where we can hit 2 GXs at once, so he has to like parallel his own board. I'd rather do this, I guess. We can actually win if the Abyssal Hand's quality. It's not quite quality. So we just hit the active for 110 here. And we don't shuffle because we're ahead. This is us basically setting up game here. Right, the best thing you can do is E-hammer the bench, KO the active with a non-damage Zoroark, I guess. That's his ideal.
Ideal turn.
Well, he has the N. The N actually helps us. That'll be game then. Got him. Okay, let's have one more game of this and then we'll start looking at results.
Excellent idea.
Anyone know who won the cup in Sheffield? I have no idea about the cup results in Sheffield, actually.
I believe it was Miloslav.
Oh, okay. What was it? Do you know what he was playing?
No.
Big Tuna, what were you playing and what was Robin playing?
All I know was Adam was confused how he got 100 points this weekend because he said he wasn't there when he definitely was there. Because he got top 64, I believe.
Cup win.
And then he won the cup.
Aha.
Yeah, I got no idea what he was playing. Unfortunately. Big Tuna. What a great name.
Ron played Lapras? Wow. That's wild.
Interesting.
So I want a Field Blower. Make it hard for him to get the Diancie out. Force him to have Diancie strong. If we don't hit Latios off of this N, I guess. Oaken Shield 0. Cheers for the follow, dude.
Welcome to the team.
So we can't do the Latios spread, but we can just put a rainbow on it. Set up the big old lagoon flight. I think it's safe enough in the active position. The only reason to keep it bench is so they can tank 2 turns. But he never sets up another Boswell against it, right? He just starts powering up Rocco. So we probably just fling it active, try and protect Froakie. I think that's more value. Because we're going to need a lot of pings to deal with Rockruff in the end. He went 6-1 in Swiss. Should have played it the day before instead of Mali. Well, cups are always very different. People always play the deck. They always make different decisions on the second day, right? So it's always hard to tell. Plus, you have to remember that the 32 best players that tournament were not in the cup. So matchups would be very different. And in theory, it's easier to win, right? I don't know how many people were in the cup. If you can tell me, Big Tutor.
Ish.
Big Tuna, sorry. 90-ish. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Robin was so hyped to bring up Nessie.
people are always like, if they did really badly with the deck the day before, they're like, I'm not playing this again. I should have played this. And if they got close, they're like, I'll just stick with this. So, or people just play pet decks. Like, I know Robin really liked Lapras. He played Buzzrock day one, I believe.
Yeah.
Didn't trust it enough. But for a day two, why not? Oh boy. Okay, looks like we're going fishing. Going fishing for cards here. Really don't want to use this stretcher just to get the Lele back into the deck, but hitting this DCE is so insane. Why did I put Choice Band here? Anyone got any ideas? That's right, because we're playing around B string.
Oh, you're a liar.
That's right, boys and girls. If you said B string, have a cookie. Oh no. That is not nectar.
Because we're playing around B string. Embarrassing, Joe.
We need to put some energy lottos into this list, huh? It's the only way.
Rather than more energy cards.
Well, we only need DCE, right?
Get some counter energy in there.
Still haven't found DCE. Oh, nectar.
This needs to stop.
I hate this game so much. It's literally the difference between game this turn and lots of hard work now. So we can do 140.
These mind cogs turning.
We are trying to set up the Latios 4-prize turn in all seriousness. We do want B-string to work. To not work. We don't want B-string to work. Haha.
English. Aha. Nailed it.
Okay, there's Baby Buzz, never a threat, of course. Sycamore. Whoa, they chose to get a Baby Buzz out instead of a Rockruff. That's so weird. That's super weird. I guess it's because it's 60 HP Rockruff. That's the only reason I can think. Because we can easily Latios plus get one Greninja GX out on him. Okay. Oh, that is actually the dream.
The dream. Came top 8 in Sheffield with Buzzgarb. Nice. There's actually only one Buzzgarb convert to top 8, top 82 in Masters, and only one Zoropod. Both of those ended up making top 8. Interesting.
Okay, the plan is of course to take the multi-prize turn. That's the plan here. If he wants to take out the Frogadier, that's fine. It's not accelerating his game plan enough. If he does this, we can take all the prizes. Give me all of the prizes, please.
Lol, Zoropod. Hey Benji. Are we going to make any IC? Unfortunately, I don't think either of us are going. I'm certainly not, and I'm pretty sure Joe is.
No, I can't make it either.
No, so not this year. Maybe next year, however. I'd like to go next year, I must admit.
He's switching to Baby Buzz, yeah. Play Drampagar, best deck in format. Thinking. Worlds though? Yeah, I'm at Worlds.
Hitting in Mexico this weekend, can't wait. They've got their regional this weekend, right? Yeah, their special last weekend, and they've got their regional this weekend, I think. Hey, Sword, Buzzrock is a theme deck. Change my mind. How you doing, buddy? Congrats on top 8 this weekend. Buzzrock is a theme deck. Change my mind.
I can't not attack with Latios, right? I have to attack with Latios. But I lose to energy. Can I ever attach anything else? He's played 2 Guzmas. So there's no float stones.
Just needs energy, right?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Losing. Feels bad, man. Well, maybe this deck is terrible. Maybe.
Perhaps.
Definitely.
Perhaps.
Towards a bad player, changed my mind.
Hey, Nico.
We'll still say it was that termable double tails, yeah. That's what we'll say that was.
That's the plan, right?
That was the problem there, guys. That was the reason why we lost, obviously.
Never lucky.
Never, ever lucky. Right, let's look at some results, shall we? I'm bored of flipping coins. Let's talk about coin flip matchups. Ooh. So this weekend, me and Jack both attended Round Roulette, also known as Sheffield.
Round roulette. Oh, he's not even joking.
Where literally you experience shaking hands with your opponent, flipping over a card, and reacting very happy or very sad based on the colour of the card you just saw. I was playing the purple stuff, Jack was playing the brown stuff, so we're trying to dodge and hit different things. I ended up 5-1-3. My only loss of the day was to a Buzzwell player. I had win in hand in game 3 after dead draw game 1. I had a 15 card deck, 3 Psych Energies in there. Needed to hit 1 Elixir for game. My top deck for turn was Energy. And then I whiffed my Elixir after that. So that was Nectarines. So then lost. And 2 of my ties, I think. No, wait. Yeah, 2 of my ties were to Zoroark. 1 was a Zoro Eggs, which you can see on stream if you really want to. The games were not entertaining.
The only entertaining part about those games was the exact first turn of the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
The first turn where I saw a
Joe nearly fell off his chair.
Zorua attached Fire Energy pass. I was super confused. And my other tie was to Luke Williams, who ended up, top 4?
Top 8.
Top
No.
8. He's right there.
Top 8.
Yeah, top 8. Top 8 with Zoro Rock. He's a friend of ours. He drew terribly in one game and still managed to win that game. And then when he drew well in a normal game, I managed to win that one. And there was no time for game 3. And then my third tie was to a Buzzrock again. Game 1, I have a Sycamore Dig where I need to hit 1 Energy or Elixir or any Malamar or any Ball Search card to find Malamar with all of those things. Proceed to lose. That was like turn 2 as well, where he went aggressive and I could have literally just Dawn Wing swept his board pretty much. Which was amazing. And even with that turn 1 or turn 3 whiff of Sycamore, he still won by doing double heads on swing around, which was again excellent when that was literally his only attacker left on the board. And I can literally win by announcing an attack if it survives a hit. And game 3 was him Guzmaing up a Rangaroo, hoping I don't have Floatstone or Guzma for 3 turns, and I'm Cynthiaing and still whiffing Floatstones and Guzmas for the following turn for 2 turns, so stalled out of a game, which really sucked because I played 4 Guzma, 3 Float. I'd only been through 2 Guzmas and 1 Float, so please hit 1 time. But no, so I didn't make day 2 because of some really awkward awkwardness. I don't think I misplayed much over the weekend. I think my loss of Buzzrock, even though I could have won with the Elixir hit from high chances. I think I could have Guzman a different target during game 3 and changed my odds. I think that's the only like outright criticism I saw mid-game when I was like, oh, potentially this could have been better if I took a different line. But I think I was pretty content with how I played. I wasn't super content with my list. Obviously, I played a Tina promo, which did nothing, so I faced no Greninjas. Marshadow was very good. Mewtwo was very good. Hooper was mediocre. I think I played one too many techs, basically, tech Pokemon. And I think I should have experimented more with Fury Belts. Basically, I went to 2 cups the weekend before Sheffield without Fury Belts. I won one and top 8'd one, so I was like, I don't need Fury Belts to beat fighting stuff. Or just anything in general, but it would have been a good call, I think. And you'll see the other, like the more successful Malamars that made cut from Team Cake, basically. Adam, Ryan, and Jake. They all played belts, so I probably should have done that. I was just too stubborn. But anyway. Yeah, Jack, how was your day?
Oh dear. Well, I had no clue what to play going into this event. I was playing the Lucario box thing with Luke and Tamal leading up to the event, and then sort of fell out of favour with that. Then me, Luke, Alex, Seb, and Scott all sort of brewed a fighting deck that seemed really good. It's testing somewhat well, but something just didn't feel quite right about it. So on the night before, I bailed on that as well and was like, okay, I'm going to play Zoroark. Had 2 games of that, and then was worried about fighting all day. So by the time, so then me and Joe on the Saturday morning, me and Joe left for the venue a little bit earlier than everyone else. We were just chatting on the way there, and it just kind of dawned on me: if I don't know what I'm playing, why am I not just playing the best deck in format? Because that if I don't feel confident with anything, the deck that should theoretically give me the best chance of doing well is the best deck in format. And that was somewhat true. My first 2 rounds I played against Malamar, both rounds 1 and 2, and actually beat both of those, so I was 2-0 going into round 3, and thought, okay, I've somehow pulled a blinder here. Round 3 was against Buzzrock, and it's literally who high rolls more in that matchup. It really is, and he high rolled more. There was a game, I think games 1 and 3, I had to discard 2 B strings very early in the game. And if you don't, like, if they hit 1 more B string than you, then they kind of have the game. I think I sort of suffered from the fact that I wasn't able to test the Buzzrock mirror enough. I don't think I played around full prizes well enough, because there was always a situation where there were a couple of situations where I forced in that if he took 4 prizes, I had a good board state, or if he went to 4 prizes, I had a good board state. But you know, I think I just didn't really know what I was doing in the matchup well enough to beat it consistently. So that was completely down to me. Round 4 was against Greninja, who literally high rolled the hell out of me. Game 1, I start Lone Remoraid, get 2 mulligans, and draw nothing. I draw pass for 3 turns, and he develops a Greninja before I can find another Pokemon, or a Ball Search card, or a Brooklet, or a Supporter, or anything. So game 1 is over literally before the game next to me is even set up yet. Literally, that's how long it took. And then game 2, I got a Lycanroc super early, which I think is really important for the matchup, because the 200 HP is ever so slightly better than the 190, and you can quite consistently just knock out Greninjas relatively easily. But again, it wasn't enough, and I think even that game was over in about 15 minutes just because I wasn't ever able to deny more than 2 Greninjas at once. I was able to take a knockout turns 2, 3, and 4 and still wasn't able to close the game. So I was pretty salty after that. Round 5, I'm against Ultra Necrozma, and game 1 is actually really, really close. It's probably the best game I have, one of the best games I have all day. It's really, really close, and it just comes down to whether he draws well off of N or not, and unfortunately he does. But it happens. I drew it really, really well in the first 2 rounds against Malamar, so I didn't really feel bad for a Malamar drawing well against me because it was definitely time. Then game 2, unfortunately, I have to discard both of my Lycanrocs and my Super Rod turn 1 with a Sycamore just to find another Pokemon to stay in the game. And you have Lycanroc is so important in that matchup. If you have to discard both your Lycanrocs and your Super Rod, you have to go absolutely nuts, and they have to still dead draw, I think, for it to even be close. Lycanroc is just insanely important for beating Malamar. I was never winning that game, and I'm pretty sure I concede after I see him place a second Dawn Wings down. I'm like, yeah, this just isn't happening.
Yeah.
And then round 6, I face Lapras, which is it's a really funky Lapras list. It's not anywhere. Well, it's not anywhere near like the Lapras lists we've seen, but there was a few cute techs. Obviously, they weren't for the Buzzwole matchup, but he actually played the Cowardice Wishy Washy, which is funny. So he only ever actually had to power up one Lapras. But obviously, in matchups other than Buzzwole, but in general, like, again, he was able to set up pretty well. And I think there was another game where I had to discard a lot of Lycanroc pieces early. He was targeting down the Rockruff, which is always a very, very good idea. So I ended up, I think it was, but yeah, by then it was 2-4. There was no way I was making points. There was no way I felt like clawing myself back up to a 5-4 record. So I I didn't need the points. So I just decided to drop instead and play some. But I don't think I played any more that day, actually, but just chilled out with people because it was the last event that I'll be going to this year. I'm not going to any IC, I'm not going to Worlds, and I'm not going to any more Cups, so I'm probably not going to see people till September now. So I kind of used it as a bit of a social experience instead. And then day 2, obviously, we all cubed. So that was why we went in the Cup. We were having our own little competition.
More skillful format. Man, you did not tell me about that Cowardice.
Did I not? It was when he played it down. I was like, "Wait, is this the one I think it is?" And had to read it. I was like, "Oh."
I just died a little bit there, Jack.
A Cowardice. That's cute.
Okay, so
kill it with Buzz.
Let's look at some successful lists, shall we? Starting off with Seb playing Zoro Lycanroc.
Mm-hmm.
He played pretty streamlined Pokemon-wise, just the one Mew EX and one Mewtwo, not playing Latios, anything like that, just sticking with these guys. For Bridget, oh man, Seb's a god. Found the space. Made the space, really. Seb's always sort of known for trying to just have very consistent baselines. Played 2 Mallow, which is very, again, it just shows his play style and mindset. Yeah, Mallow being a really clutch card at times. 2 copies of Guzma to go alongside the 2 Lycanroc. 1 Delinquent was his tech of choice, and from his own experience, he says that it's like a staple pretty much for him now. Changing games completely. I mean, obviously no one would play around it in this tournament. We haven't seen Delinquent in decks for a while now, if it's not like, I don't know, Sylveon or something like that. So people would not have played around Delinquent like all tournament. And when that happens, you can bot people. Even decks that are playing stuff like Octillery, forcing them to get rid of Beast Ring or just clutch cards that you can just kill off. Malamar's known for having a really low hand size all the time, so that's just free. Even in Mirror, just getting rid of pieces.
Said the Delinquent actually won in 4 games that day that he wouldn't have won. He had no business winning that otherwise, which is insane.
Yeah, it's a good amount of games. From there, everything else is pretty standard. He's playing the multi-switch, which I think is, again, becoming more and more staple. I think after all of our testing it, we ended up moving towards it. Yeah. Still have the space for the 1E hammer, 2 parallel, and just 8 energy. Sometimes you see 9. 9 has been previously the most used. Cheers Rahul for the sub, man. Thanks so much.
Enjoy your little Jimmy.
So playing only 8 energy, I mean, it sort of makes sense with the 2 Mallow, trying to guarantee those, but it makes you have a slightly lower chance of getting Rockruff energy turn 1. Obviously, it's only 1 less energy card, so it's not a huge thing, but in many situations, that's like the ideal turn 1 play, so it's interesting that he doesn't have the 9. I think that's the only question mark I have on the entire list, really. Like, if you're not playing Spice Delinquent, you're playing a 5th energy, I feel, most of the time. Every other card feels like it's worth its space.
And I was testing it at Zoroark yesterday. Pretty much every, like you said, every game they got turn one attachment to, not even just strong energy, just turn one attachment to Rockruff. They were just so set up for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's just such a big thing. And as we said, enjoy your little jimmies, Rahul. I think going forward, now that Zoroark is back on the map, as you know, there were people going into Sheffield saying it could be tier 2 or lower. I myself was saying I ain't touching that; it's too big of a risk for me. But now that it seems to be, you know, tier 1 alongside Buzzwole and Malamar, maybe even better than those two, I think we'd probably have to move towards a split of strong and basic again, just because of E-Hammers creeping back in to mirror matches and stuff like that. But again, for the tournament, strong energy, there was no reason to not play 4 strong energy, really. So if there's no reason not to, then just play the thing that gives you more numbers, I guess. But yeah, super solid list. I think for me, it's just the 9th energy that I would want to work in. Not everyone likes 4 Bridget. Not everyone's going to like the Delinquent. I think those are the 2 cards that you'd question mark, really, out of anything else. But yeah, solid, powerful deck.
Really well deserved as well.
Yeah.
Seb's cut almost all, I think all but 2 of the top 32, all but 2 of the regionals this year, so
yeah,
really good. Making it all the way to the final and taking it home. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, Seb said in chat now that he's going to be moving to the 3-2 split again. So Magnus came second with Zoropod. He's been playing Zoropod since Zoropod was created. He's playing 2 Mew EXs as his Psychic Techs. No Mewtwo's, just the Mew EXs, which is really interesting.
Wild.
A lot of people have almost said Mew EX is worse now because of Sledgehammer getting a response KO, making it awkward for you all over again. But Magnus has just said, I've got to deal with these Buzzwoles now, put them under as much pressure as possible. Mewtwo probably too slow, too reactive. Mew being the more immediate answer, which is an interesting approach, I guess, trying to Grinch them down. He also is playing the 4 Bridget, so the 4 Bridget club in full force. I'm so happy to see this. The 4 Guzma, obviously it's the pod build, so you want to have the high counts. He also plays the 5th Guzma, which is the counter catcher, one of. 2N, 1 Cynthia, 1 Sycamore, 1 Mallow, 1 Acerola, 3 Blower, 3 Parallel is the big thing that stands out to me here. 3 Blower Jack, tell me more.
I mean, I guess he was. I'm really unsure. Why? I guess the 3 Blower, you're less threatened by getting one shot by fighting stuff on Zoroark, but it just feels very. I don't know. There's definitely cards I think I personally would have preferred over the 3rd Blower.
And 3rd Parallel as well, man. That's what sticks out to me like a sore thumb.
Yeah, 3rd Parallel is big. Again, you probably need. If you're playing 3 Parallel, you probably don't need 3rd Blower as much because you find it more often than your opponent. But if you do end up finding, your opponent does end up finding it, that is awkward. I think the fact that this runs 4 draw supporters is what scares me.
Yeah. I mean, he plays 3 Evo Soda, so he tries to get the Zoros rolling Rapido.
Yeah, and that's fine. But there'll be games where you need a draw supporter and you're only running 4. You're running 1 Cynthia, 1 Sycamore. Like, you get to use these cards once. Because you really don't want to be puzzling for these cards. You want to be puzzling to win the game. Yeah. So that's personally what I find kind of wild. But it worked for him. He did well. So I can't say it was wrong. I can't say it was bad. I just look at this list and am taken back a little bit by only 2N, 1 Cynthia, 1 Sycamore. Especially when, like you say, there's counts of 3 Blower, 3 Parallel, which I think maybe I personally would have preferred as draw supporters.
Yeah, it's a big statement. And again, he's also flip-flopped sort of expected counts, you normally expect to see one floatstone in Zoropod alongside a Coco, and you normally expect 2 choice bands, but he's done the flip-flop again. I think that's just trying to show off that you got to get Mew active, basically, against the Buzzwolls. You just got to pump him out ASAP.
Choice Band is actually also not as good right now as anyway, because like in Rock, you're one-shotting anyway. You're not actually pushing anything into one-shot range with Zoroark with a single choice Band a lot of the time. So I actually think Choice Band in this meta is actually a lot worse.
Yeah.
So I don't want
Zoropod, right?
For Zoropod, sorry, yeah, because the numbers don't line up even with the plus 30 against a lot of the popular attackers right now. So I understand the drop of the flip flop of the tools. I actually do. That is one of the things I really like about this list.
Yeah, I think also again the 3 parallel means people dump Lele's, so you're not even really getting Lele value. It's only really for it's like GXing a Dawn Wings and stuff like that. Really, is all you're going to be getting out of it.
Yeah.
But even then, yeah. I mean, that seems like a fine change, really. For me, it's just the support account.
The support account is the thing I'd be interested to test out the double Mew EX as opposed to the 1 Mew, 1 Mewtwo. But like you say, I can see it just being, I need to deal with these Buzzwolls and I need to do it quickly. I don't need to wait until they've B-stringed. I want to knock out 2 of them, whatever their board state, whatever my board state.
So going forward with more Zoroark, is it reasonable to still play 2 Mew EX? Because you lead that, you basically lose the game.
Yeah, I think this is another thing similar to Seb's list where people weren't expecting Delinquent. They probably thought, oh, I've dealt with 1 Mew. I don't need to worry. Like, I can play around the Mewtwo now. I can just attach 2 energy until I'm going to take a knockout. Oh, wait, there's another Mew taking 2 prizes. Hold on. So now it's another thing that's on the radar. Maybe you can't do it anymore. I think...
for me, I just play 1 and Stretcher, right? That seems like an easy...
Stretcher's another good card. I don't know, I still like 2 Psychic Attackers, personally. I think I'd rather run the Mewtwo over the Stretcher.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, either way, it worked. So we can't slate it too much at all. It's kind of crazy list, but I like it. I like his out the box thinking.
Okay. Speaking of crazy lists, let's look at Mark's Garbodor Buzzwole. It is a Garbodor Buzzwole. We have to stress that because he only actually plays. Yeah, he plays 3 brown cards. So he's playing really thick Garbodor, 4/2/2 line. So 2 Toxin, 2 Trash and Launch. Bear in mind that going into day 1, people will be experienced with the Madison list of Buzzgarb, where there's only a 2/2 Garbodor, and it's more Buzzwole focused with only fighting energies and strong energies, trying to use B-string activation. This deck is completely different. The way Mark described it is that it's basically a brown version of Gliscopod Garb, because he's playing 3 copies of Acerola and 4 Fighting Fury Belts. So he's just trying to loop his basic attackers, make the game go long, so then Trash Launch can come in and sweep, whilst also having N plus Toxin to fall back on. So that's why you're seeing only very few spaces dedicated to the brown things. 2 Buzzwole GX. Obviously, you know how insane this card is. Jet Punch is so insane. And Mark's list is very much based around just the 1 energy attachment attacks, really.
Yeah.
So the Buzzwole setting up numbers. You have the Beast energy, so you can be doing 70 for 1 with the Fury Belt, whilst doing 30 to bench at times as well. Really, really strong. If you're not getting hit, if they're Guzmering around you, you can carry on attaching and set up for the big attacks, of course. The Knuckle Impact, the Absorption, so that's fine. I think the lack of energy acceleration is really the only, small issue you could come across with this deck, I would say. You really have to be all in on your Acerolas. The 1 non-EX Buzzwole for that Sledgehammer turn is, of course, insane. Huge tempo swing. And just in general, a Fury Belted Baby Buzz is really annoying for Buzz Rock decks, because you have Acerola, you're both going to be poking each other, but yours do things and you actually heal against them, so that's insane. 3 Lele for some good early game consistency, and this again adds to the Acerola loop because you actually play DCs in this list as well. So this is a Lele attacking deck as well in many situations, which is also bizarre to think about, but that is the case. Supporter-wise, we've said how big the Acerola is. Really interesting how, again, from Madison, because people move more towards the non-GX, like the Baby Buzzrock lists, it made Acerola good again. So you can Acerola against Malamar players if they're trying to just set up Dawn Wings, because typically that's what they'll do when they see Buzzwolves. And when you set up Garbodor, they can't chain the Psychic Necrozma or the Ultra Necrozma very easily. So against that, you're going to be going for Lele, Acerola looping, trying to 2-hit them while they 2-hit you, but you heal. And you have End to fall back on. And if they ever try and set up normal Necrozma, you have, of course, Psychic Weakness with Trash. Against Zoroarks, of course, Acerola's going to work. So, yeah, just really good call for the weekend. Mark's just insane at this game. Like, he just looks at the game so differently from many other people. And
I'm sitting here thinking, why the hell didn't I play this?
yeah, I think we all are, right? For this tournament, it's just
this list
so
is broken.
Yeah.
There's so much I like about this list.
Double treasure as well. So it's good for getting early game consistency for Lele's, gets your Garbodor pieces out quickly. A couple of blowers to increase the Trash Launch count. Nest Ball to go alongside those treasures. One stretcher, one Power Pad, which he swears is broken as all hell. So you can get more Guzmas and get more Acerolas. And just consistency cards, which lets you go aggressive with Sycamore when you need to without too much ramification. And 8 total tools. And 11 energy. 2 DC, 1 beast, and then 4 of the good ones that we all know are really good. Mm-hmm. So it's like mini Gliscopod Garb, and we know that Mark's early season was all Gliscopod Garb, and now he's just played Gliscopod Garb again, but with a new coat of paint. So
turns out he's pretty good.
Yeah, Garbodor's still broken, and Mark found a way to make it work. I think this is a much cleaner list than the order pad shenanigans. I think this has much clearer win conditions against people.
Yeah.
And you also have to expect the surprise factor as well. People may have expected the order pad build and just been like, oh, I don't have to worry about Trash Launch, I can just start going. But definitely not. Definitely not. So it's going to be way harder to face Buzz Garb players now, because you have to figure out what list it is first.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan played Psychic Squids. As I mentioned earlier, he was playing a couple of Fury Belt, which is a big determining factor. He said that they were really big cards for him. Means that Necrozma can hit 200 on Lycanrocs for 3 energy, which is nice. It means Mewtwo can 1-bang Gliscopods, which is also good. And just giving you general tank ability is really good, so you're less worried about sledgehammer turns from Baby Buzzwell. You're pretty much always tanking hits, which is cool. So it lets you move on with your game plan.
Dawn Wings hits 130 as well against Greninja, so that plus Tina promo is true. So good.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 1 Tina means you don't lose frogs anyway, but this on Mewtwo and Dawn Wings is so good.
Insane.
Yeah. So the Fury Belt was the big thing that me being too stubborn to test is pretty much like a big reason why he succeeded, I think. All of Team Cake played this list, I think the exact same 60. So very successful
scroll down
list.
So
Yeah, they all did. So the 4-3 Mally going alongside the 3 Elixir, I think, is becoming pretty standard now. And limited tech-wise, I think this is the big difference again from me and him. His techs were the 2 Parallel and the 2 Field Blowers, whereas I played more tech Pokemon in my list, and I noted throughout the day how awkward it is bench space-wise. Like, I played a Baby Hooper, and I also played... what was the other one I played?
Tina.
No, he plays Tina. There's another one that I have in addition to all this.
Guru.
Oh, yeah, Guru. Like, I was talking with Adam, because we both went to Cups with the Psychic Squids deck, and we both had Guru in for a long time, and then he messaged me saying I've fallen out of love with Guru for other stuff, and that's when I stopped talking to him about the deck because I love Oranguru so much I'd never cut it. But yeah, they've gone a different route. I would still play Oranguru, but I think I'd, in hindsight, cut that Hooper. To be fair, I was playing a fourth Malamar instead. I wouldn't have just played one Fury Belt, but maybe that's something I could have gone towards. If less stubborn, going to 11, going back down to 10 energy, and cutting that Hooper for 2 Fury Belts would have been so good for me.
It's interesting that James had the opposite opinion, because you two played the exact same list, and he said Hooper was the best decision he had at it last minute.
Yeah, I mean, I used the Hooper a lot, but I think the Fury Belt could have been just better.
Would have been better. Yeah, that's fair.
Because, again, I found these points where, like, my board would be squids, even though Hooper's active doing good stuff. Like, if I've had to put a Lele down, I still can't then threaten one-hit KOs after this Hooper goes down. So it's just really weird, bench space-wise.
Yeah.
Anyway, 3 Guzma makes me really sad. I played 4, and I would still, like, most turns, I'm like, where the hell is that boy? I need him. So I would still play 4 Guzma in my list. I think, for me, the parallels, even though they are a quality card, and if Buzzwolves are trying to do, like, 2-shot shenanigans against you, you can deny that easily with parallel. I think, again, I've already said how important bench space is for you. Parallel means that you don't get paralleled as often, which I guess is the reason for it, but I hate that reasoning because you have way less draw power than the other decks that do play this card. So I would still cut parallels. I think Fury Belt, yes, goes in for sure, but I think for me the parallels get trimmed for, like, probably Guru Guzma or, like, Energy Guzma, maybe something like that. But yeah, other than that, I'm really happy with the list. I think, like, obviously Ryan's sick, and the Cakes did a good job making a pretty powerful list.
Yeah. There's not much I can say about this list. It seems very good.
Okay. Our first Buzz Rock only made it as far as top 8.
I love Buzz.
It was the 1-1 Lycanroc 1-1 Octillery line. But it played some spicier stuff. It played the 1 Giratina. I know he faced at least 1 Greninja as well throughout the day. Our boy Demi. He played a Baby Mew as well, so trying to tech for Mirror to some extent. Playing the 4 Guzma, 2 Anti-Cynthia, 4 Elixir, 3 Rings, so high on the acceleration counts. 1 multi-switch as well.
Multi-switch.
Oh boy, styling on
How
people.
How many cards did this guy play?
Well, it's just a thin Pokemon line, right? Only 2 Buzzwole GX, only 2 Baby Buzzwole, so he's really thin on the ground Pokemon-wise.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can see it's 5 slots. That's fair enough, yeah.
He's trying to squeeze out as much value from each Pokemon as possible with his high energy and beast string counts and stuff.
Yeah, dropping the Baby Buzz and 1-1 Lycanroc 1-1 Octillery gives him Regirock, Mew, Tina, multi-switch in the 4th Elixir. So that's pretty fair.
Oh yeah. I didn't even realise he played Regirock. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, he had space for that card, so well done to him. I don't know. Like, I've beaten Buzzrock to death at this point. People have their own opinions on it at this point. Luke Williams played Zoro Rock as well. He did play Baby Buzz, played Mewtwo and Mew. I think this is a more, like, expected list, I guess. 2 Bridget and 1 copy of Mysterious Treasure. That's something that's really interesting. Seb playing the full 4 copies of Bridget, not incorporating any Mysterious Treasures. Treasure can be really nice for plucking out your Mews, and also, of course, it's getting you Lele. The biggest downside, of course, is that you're putting Lele's on your board, and that can be spaces for Zaruas and Rockruffs. So the debate will rage on in that department.
Look at all of these one-offs.
Yeah.
Luke Williams, you maverick.
Yeah. I mean, you just pull back the good ones when you need them, right?
Yeah.
Simple. And he played the 9 energy split as well. What do we got here? We got something I did not expect to see. Thomas just playing Espeon Garb. Yeah. I don't know what his matchups were. I don't know how this deck wins games. Jack, do you know how this deck wins games?
I haven't seen any of the stream games, I'm afraid, so...
Just in general.
Just in general. I mean...
How does this deck win games?
It's the old psychic type, hope you hit lots of buzzwalls, right?
Cool. By the way, played no Ultra Balls. Todd played Buzzrock. The only reason I'm mentioning it is because he played some interesting counts. He played 1 GX.
He played 0 Zoroark. That's an interesting count right there.
Yeah. He also played no Lele. So, yeah. Instead playing a second Super Odd. Todd, what's happened here?
Where are you?
Show yourself, Todd. Why has this happened?
Show your face.
Also playing only 8 energy, so choosing to play... Like, he could argue that he's playing a second rod over 9th energy card, which is really weird, I think, as well, just because of elixir odds. There's nothing scarier than an elixir to Rockruff attached to a good attacker. Turn 1.
Oh, God. You're just part of the problem. Well then.
Well, he still made top 8, so...
Theme decks don't come with Lele's. That's why.
That's true enough. I feel like... I don't even know.
There's some unnecessary aggression there, Tord.
Tord's had a mare. I can tell that Tord was sleeving up Zoroark and people were literally like holding his hands behind his back to stop him.
He wished he'd played the black stuff instead of the brown stuff.
Yeah. But still, another respectable top 8 finish for him.
Yeah. Just a fantastic placement.
Playing 2 super rods. Tell me why.
Yo, get out, Joe. No one asked for your opinion. Just part of the problem.
Just to cycle back in those...
What's the problem? I don't know what the problem is, but you're part of it, Joe.
Philip brainwashed him. Just so you could cycle back in your 5th and 6th baby Buzzwolls? I don't even know. I don't understand.
These ones are at the barbecue.
Mad.
Honest to God, best buzz list out there. He's telling us to play Greninja for an AMC now.
Oh, he's broken. Okay. More buzz. Frank flew over. Got himself a cheeky 11th place with Zorogarb, which is a deck that he's comfortable with. Again, sticking with a 3/3 Zoroark and the thick Trash Boy. So it was a good tournament for Trash Boy overall. Seeing Espeon Garb, heavy Garb with Buzzwole, and again, heavy Garb with Zoroark. So don't sleep on don't sleep on that.
Tord, stop this.
Oh, God. Okay. Sylveon made it all the way to 12th place. The one Sylveon in the room.
Just don't.
Its tech card of choice was Spiritomb. So stop active Pokemon retreating.
Stop looking at this list, Joe. It runs 11 energy. Stop looking at this list.
Why?
Because it runs 11 energy.
But Jack, it has Diantha.
Doesn't matter if you don't hit energy turn 1.
But Jack, it has 3 Pal Pads.
Oh, this list actually, I don't understand how he got all the way to 12th with only 10 fairy energy.
But Jack, it plays 2 Lysander's Labs.
I have honestly no clue. I actually want to know how many Malamar he played during the weekend, because it can't have been more than 0.
Jack, honest to God, best Sylveon list out there right now.
Yo, get the hell out, Joe. No one asks your opinion. You're part of the problem.
Okay. Ultra Squids only got as high as top 16. Christopher Reyes. He's playing Thick Squids. Tina promo as well. So it looks like pretty much a lot of Malamars were teching Tina. This is playing 1 B string for the spice. Just hit it on the turn. It's fine. Not to worry. 2 letters. So going down that route.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, to be honest. Okay, it makes sense, I guess, but... I think Sylveon was a super risky call. So, congrats for doing well with it. But I personally would have played different cards to you if I was anywhere near that.
Okay, Fabian also playing Zorogarb. He's been playing that for a bit, I think.
Been playing it since the last internet.
Yeah. Even off of Zoro Lucario, this is a deck that you were thinking of playing, and a lot of our team were thinking of playing the night before. Playing a Mewtwo, 8 Energy, 1 Kukui, 2 Parallel, 1 E-Hammer. Wow, that's interesting. We didn't have space for those cards. We were more combo based.
2 Parallel, 1 E-Hammer. I'm pretty sure we had 1 Parallel.
Mike Wazowski, he was able to not quite make top 16 with Lapras after a barnstorming day 1. He plays Tapu Koko on his list, so I'm instantly triggered. He had the nerve to try and justify it to me over any other card, but I still wouldn't play it. The rest of the deck's good though. Good day for Lapras overall. He also had a hype game on stream if you want to check that back.
Yes, he did.
Rosma. For that Cynthia for $45. Poggers. Nice. I don't know how much they're worth. More Ultra Squids. Hawkins again following with Ryan's list. Rick with Zora Rock. So it's just more of the same, rounding off the top 32, apart from Tobias Teesing, who did play Gliscopod Garb. With 1 Duskmane Necrozma, apparently. Doing some Dusk shots. Sure. Why not, I guess. Uni Panther fan? Oh, God. Oh, I can't sneeze. It's gone away. Oh, you know when it's just right there? You need to sneeze.
I'll be back.
Oh, God. That was super weird. And it just feels really annoying now. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Gliscopod Garb. It's back. Question mark. I think we should just play Mark's list if we're going to play Acerola Garb. Pretty much. But yeah, that's the top 32. After this weekend, Jack, what are your thoughts? Lots of Zoroark. Zoroark is the most profitable deck.
2
of them in the final. Lots of them in top 32.
I actually think not much changes. I think we maybe we maybe go back to where we were before Madison, because Madison kind of made people think Zoroark was done. But I actually think we're in a format where...
Benji, is there a pie chart of the deck somewhere? I'll get it.
I actually think that, like I say, I actually think the meta's in a position where we were before Madison, so I don't think much has changed. I think we've actually regressed a little bit. But I think that's potentially fine. I'm still not fond of what looks like it could potentially turn out to be a rock, paper, scissors meta. But we've seen that all 3 of the rock, paper, and scissors can beat the other one with the right text, so I guess there's something there at least, which is good.
Right,
Who's shouting?
Here's a lovely graph.
the party outside my window.
Well, that's not worked, has it? Oh my god.
I think Buzzwole will probably be the most popular deck at NAIC. Followed genuinely probably by Zoroark, then by Squids, would be my guess.
Do you just think it'll be what we've seen at Sheffield?
I think it'll be what we've seen at Sheffield, but increasing ever so slightly the amount that the US love Buzzwole.
And Buzzgarb, where does that lie? Because he got a big top 4 finish, but it was only Mark really playing it in the way that he played it. Tim,
I don't think it'll be.
He went far with the deck as well.
I don't think it'll be particularly popular, but I think it will do well.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
I think there'll be a lot of people that look at Mark's list and just think he's crazy, and then just won't touch it. But I also think there'll be people that look at Mark's list like we've done tonight and been like, why the hell didn't we play this? Because this seems just broken.
Yeah, it's a really good way to manipulate the format, really. Mark does admit himself that he doesn't want to face many Zoroarks, so going into NAIC, it's a bit more of a riskier play. He was very surprised at how much Zoroark actually turned up at the tournament.
Yeah. I also feel like the US meta is more Buzzwole focused than the Europe meta, though, and I feel like the Europe meta is more Zoroark focused than the US meta.
That's fair.
So I actually think it's still probably a fine play.
Okay.
It's obviously going to be an incredibly difficult tournament, whatever you play. But yeah, I think it could be a really, really good call.
Nice one. Right, so if you were to be testing for Madison right now, NAIC.
What would I be playing?
What are you testing right now? Is it Latios Frogs, like me?
No. If I'm honest.
I want to fix my Malamar list quickly.
I actually don't know. I think I'm off the Malamar train, personally.
How dare you?
I think it's the deck that can lose the most to the one it's meant to win against in the trio. So I think I'd rather play one or the other. I'd be testing Zoroark just because I want to get good with Zoroark. But
draw more cards.
I think if I was really going headstrong into trying to win, I'd actually be testing Mark's list, in all fairness.
That's fair.
How did we do? Joe top 64. I did not do as well and dropped.
I'm going to try some Psychic Mally out.
I think your testing starts with Zoropod. Second place list was interesting.
Because weirdly enough, it was the over-predictors of Sheffield that ended up being most successful. Going into the tournament where Buzzwole seemed supreme, Zoroark ended out on top. So if we go into...
I'm so happy I predicted Zoroark would win. That was my small victory for the weekend.
I mean, I just think the quantity of Buzzwole players who were good players, very good players, was not high, I would say.
Perhaps.
Although a number of Limitless players did play it.
I think they were easily the best in the room, though.
Yeah. I think there was also a lot of Buzzwole players who were not great.
I think there was a big gap between the Limitless players and the rest, and a lot of other Buzzwole players, because I didn't see many people on the top tables playing it, in all fairness. If you compare Madison to Sheffield, I think half as many Buzzwoles cut. So you've got to assume half as many were around the top tables.
Do we just go all three here? I don't know what I'm up against yet, so I don't really want to put down either of these.
Espeon Gal, I'm telling you. Limitless players, boggers. Get a guru out. That's the correct answer. Oh, he didn't do it.
Oh, who has to sing? Oh, it's Benji Hutchins who has to sing. He got 0 players into day 2 from his picks. And I'm not sure. I may have won. It's either me or I think Ravi who won.
Sean won. I'm pretty sure. Win? Sean picked Seb.
Yeah, but I had 2 top 4s.
Oh, maybe.
I had Mark and Thomas. I think it was down to top 128s and stuff like that. I think we had to check. Benji has to come back to me to see who won.
Interesting. Sean looked so on the ropes all day. And then top 32 happened. He was like, oh, wait a minute. And then Seb won. He was like, oh, I definitely haven't lost. I might have even won this now.
Yeah.
He had 2 no-show stash drops in me and Maze, but I think 4 of his team made points.
I think I'm the same.
Is there a draft for NAIC? We'll be doing a draft for NAIC.
Oh, Espeon Garb. Okay, we can figure out how the deck wins.
Literally what I said. I'm a genius. What do we play? Joe played Psychic Malamar. I played Buzzrock. Need some better Mario Party rules. Yeah, we'll actually put the Mario Party rules we had for the one we kind of developed on the fly. I think we'll have a little, like me and Joe have a chat and we'll actually pick out some of the best ones this time rather than just being like, oh, what the hell Mario Party rules should we play this time? Or we might just have one sort of blanket rule for everyone. We'll work something out, but that'll be happening in the next few weeks. Have we thought about post-rotation at all? We have not. I saw an interesting array list yesterday, though, for World Meta. But after my exams, we had the Double Cup weekend, and then pretty much testing all week, and then Saturday and Sunday of Pokemon. So I played pretty much 11 straight days of Pokemon. Hence why I started the Nuzlocke yesterday, because I just did not want to play TCG for a while. I'm a little bit TCG'd out. I need a few more days off, I think, before I start looking at World's Meta. Luke had a top 8, second, and 2 top 32s. That's not bad. It seems like everyone made pretty good points other than Benji.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Mark's on a PCGO break.
He's understandable. He's got NAIC to worry about, though, I guess. I actually genuinely don't have a... Oh, I keep forgetting Valencia isn't just a holiday. It's quite an important tournament, actually.
Wait, what?
Well, the Slowpoke World guys end up playing. Sean played Psychic Squids, which I was so disappointed in him for. Because he did so much Zoroark testing.
Oh, yeah, he did.
So much. He played like 300 odd games with Zoroark leading up to this event. He bailed. What did Robbie play? I think Robbie played Lapras?
Yeah, he did.
I think Sean was super close to getting points, but was knocked out in the final round of winning in of top 64. I think that actually knocked him out of top 128 as well, maybe. I'm not sure. What do we think of tourists? I'm assuming you're meaning the card rather than... Okay. It's interesting. I don't think it's amazing because they only draw up to 5, but I think we probably are going to be looking for some options post-rotation without N, Sycamore. We have Cynthia, Copycat, and Judge, though.
I think it's a reasonable card, to be honest. It's like a better Professor Rowan, which is something.
What's Professor Rowan?
Oh, have you not played Cube?
It's not in the Cube.
Yeah, it is. Hallibell89, cheers for the follow.
It's only draw up to 5 though.
Yeah, I know. It's not amazing. I'm just saying it's not nothing.
It's fine, I guess. Got Haller as well, I guess.
Holla.
Usually when you say Benji, you're talking about the other one. It's kind of hard to differentiate.
So, we carry the Espeon this turn, attached to the Mewtwo. Get hit with N. It's still fine. It's still fine.
What do you think about the Acrobite grouper? And having Trainador in the format again is going to be really interesting. Because we lose a lot of acceleration from using Sycamore, but having that plus that custom catcher, even though custom catcher isn't like a very good card, it's still trainer draw, which even though the card's bad, I think it points in the direction that we're going to be getting more trainer draw in general. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think it's amazing other than combo decks, but it is. I think it's actually really, really good for Ray, which is obviously the big selling point of it. I've actually been sold a little bit more on Rayjo.
Cool. I'll just bop you with Xerneas real quick.
Oh boy.
Gamercraft 31, cheers for the bit, dude. Oh, it does play blower, okay.
Still don't think it's insane. It's nowhere near as insane as it is for the Japanese meta, but I think it's one that I want to try out a little bit more than I first thought I would. We'll see. Just say UK Benji.
Trying to think as much as possible. Missing that elixir plus no blower is a little bit annoying this turn. When you get absolutely blown back by his garb.
Field blown back. What would you be testing? This?
Sure. I don't know, man.
I guess we've got to start testing for Valencia soon, don't we? Oh, I'm so Pokemon'd out. Best deck is Zoroark, Magcargo. I sent a list for that yesterday. Wait, was it Magcargo? Zoroark, Sceptile. I sent a list for yesterday. A post-rotation Zoroark, Sceptile.
Of course you would send that.
I looked at it and
said
I was like, I have no idea whether this is good or not. I think my exact words were, seems fine. Because right now I've got no idea how to build decks. The first week of post-rotation is always so whack.
No blower, feels bad, man. Dodge Guzman one time. Let's pray, I guess. Hey, look, we lost to Espeon Garb. Broken deck.
Doesn't Guardy bot Ray GX? It does bot Ray GX, but Gardevoir itself is a super bad deck right now.
Oh man.
Things I learned from this weekend was should watch Joe's video on Cube before playing Cube.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, hope he doesn't have Guzma or Energy card. This is our last Guzma, so I have to Guzma this. These two cards don't help us win game if we don't have Field Blower. This is why I played 3 at the weekend and not 2. Let's go back up to 3 and cut those damn Fury Belts again. Well, also missing that Elixir basically cost us game as well. Feels good, man.
Poggers.
Let's put 3 Field Blower back in this stupid deck. Had to Sycamore 1, turn 1. Perhaps we got greedy. Joe and Espeon Garb, how does this deck win games? Yeah. When Malamars don't play enough blowers, I guess, is how. I still stand by the statement. I think it's pretty bad. I think it's pretty weak overall. I mean, we led Mewtwo, and we missed Elixir and Field Blower all game. So I guess that's how. I think in a best of 10, I don't think we lose more than 3 times. Hello.
Poggers my
All
old
you
friend.
hear are excuses. I mean, realistically, I don't think it wins more than 3 times out of 10, so... What do I think I'll play at Worlds? Something Zoroark.
Something Zoroark. Shuckle.
Zoroark Shuckle.
Benji was well excited in the chat earlier on for Shuckle. Shuckle, then a little palm tree.
Okay. What is going on here? Lapras Garb?
Lapras Garb? What?
Yeah, it's Tim.
Oh, he's taking the Garb formula, is he?
Best be careful. He's got the formula. With Shuckle, eggs doesn't need Zoroark. True. Straight eggs. Chuckle. Chuckle. Oh dear.
Shuckle.
Playing less energy, hitting more elixirs. Hype. Okay. best budget deck. Possibly. It's definitely a budget deck. Don't know about best. Don't know about deck either. The Malamar theme deck is my favourite. Oh man. He does play like a theme deck at times. Lots of times, actually. I was doing some wacky plays throughout the weekend. It really put me off this deck, to be honest. Yeah. Had to do some super all-in things, like... There was a turn where I had to Ultra Ball away a Sycamore and an N from my hand, so I only had Guzma in hand, so that I could get a Necrozma down and stack 2 energies to it. Just accept that I had no hand for the next, like, rest of the game. Like, loads of just whack plays that I was like, this can lose me the game, but it's also the only way I win, so I guess I do it. You know, those sorts of plays. I want to dump some jank here. Dumping energy is good enough to do this. It also dumps Tina. Look at this hand. This is a game-losing hand right here. This is a good old game loser. Haven't been testing Ultra Necrozma at all. I still
Test against it.
I still haven't tested any with it, I think. My experience with this deck being clunky enough tells me everything I need to know about Ultra Necrozma. What? This is not a mirror.
There's a fire Pokemon.
Yeah. I don't look at deck boxes, Jack. Come on. My deck boxes are Ho-Oh, for God's sake.
You've broken the meta, you have.
That's what greed gets you? It's just RNG. It's fine. He's a 2-prize attacking deck only. Let's just do it. Rushy93, cheers so much for the sub, dude. That's sweet.
Hey. Enjoy little Jimmy, my friend.
So I think I'm just GXing. I want to put the float on the Malamar because we want to recharge onto the Dawn Wings. Oh, this changes things. Yeah, I think we still just GX then. It just makes the GX even better. Could have shuffled it all back. Yeah, but why would I shuffle back Psych Energy and Giratina? Plus, there's no telling that if I Cynthia'd, I'm not going to draw the same hand. Zunal cheering 25. Welcome to the sub club.
Welcome indeed.
Like, the only reason I'm less likely to draw into that exact same hand is because I'm drawing one less card. And the fact that I could draw slightly other jank cards like Tina's and Psych Energies. You're going more towards non-GX than GXs with Malamars. It's reasonable, right? Oh, I just had the blower. How many blower does Ho-Oh play?
2?
2? No more
How many
than 2,
great
right?
was it playing?
That's the question. Malamar is Bulu in disguise because you got to set up a few squids. So if we go for N here, we can't get another Necrozma on our board. And we want Necrozma on our board to deal with his other Ho-Oh because we have so few Guzmas. And we also probably want to Guzma next turn if he's just going to promote this and Kiawe bench, which is probably his most likely turn. So we're not going to Lele N, even though it's refreshing our hand and giving him less cards. Let's play a longer game here. A more board-centric game. This is my experience with the deck, knowing that board space is such a beetle. Hashtag should have played the black stuff. I mean, I went to bed that night knowing that everyone in the room was playing Zoroark. I was like,
you woke up to a very, very different...
Yeah, I mean, you bailed.
I bailed. I seriously bailed.
Bail or gone.
Oh, the regrets.
We have our 4th Guzma if I want to take a prize. 2 prizes, I mean. Yeah, we do, right? Because we just set up our other Necrozma when this goes down. Oh, we could even set up the Lele to start swinging, right? We have enough energy in the bin. Yeah, cool. Forgot Lele can do damage too, right?
Broken.
Audio spiking? Oh dear. Can you guys hear that okay?
Oh, it spiked there. Even I heard that one.
Did you?
Hmm.
Oh no.
Load of Joe in my ear. Screaming at me.
My bad, my bad. It might be because I'm leaning in. It's been doing that for months. Oh, I'm sorry. This is what happens when you buy a better microphone. It performs way, way, way worse. Spiking because of a lack of a bit jar.
To be fair, my audio doesn't spike.
Coincidence?
I think so.
You think so?
Oh, this is so... I don't understand this at all.
Let's not whiff the floatstone. 9-card dig. 1-time blocks. That changes potential loss to Guzma, I guess. That's cool. Can't play down the bench Pokemon because then I lose to Guzma again.
You okay?
Didn't whiff the floatstone. Feels good, man. Smack. Got him. Squidums, what will we do with you?
Okay.
This sounds pretty insane.
Squid.
Booze Rock. How was Sheffield? Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. I really
It was
enjoyed
a
the
lot of
Sunday.
fun. Yeah.
I enjoyed most of Saturday, but had some pretty bad ties, which are regrettable. Oh, Benji, you're right. Wait, so I threw away my out? Yeah. Whoops. So I already had game, and then had to dig for game, because I'd already committed. Genius. We only have 2 ends. Save them. We only have 2 Cynthias, though. 3, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7 in their hand. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the ultimate greed play is just go Bridget here. Watch roll away these. go Inkay, Guru, Dawn Wings. It gets super punished by the GX coming out though. Let's not go for the ultimate greed play, I guess. Not straight away.
Legit thought about tentacle when you said squid.
Okay, so this is an interesting hand. There's both of our ends. Playing Elixir now doesn't make much sense, because we'll be using the ball next turn. If he does go Lycanroc, it has to be on the Lele to get a KO. Unless he also has a Regirock or Choice Band, stuff like that. But Diancie Strong is not enough. If I Invasion, I protect Inkay much more likely. How many energies in the bin? Just one, right? Yeah. It's not really worth protecting the Inkay in that case. I think we just hold the entire hand. If he is going to get some KO, we may need to Ultra Ball out an Elixir to a Mewtwo / Necros Man. Attached to Remoraid, play a Diancie. That's super weird. What is he doing? What does he achieve this turn? Well, he also plays Regirock, so there's the answer. He achieves a knockout. Isn't terrible. Elixir would be hype. No hype.
Squidward is my favourite Pokemon.
The Patrick deck shuts off all the abilities. Okay. I guess Garbodor's the closest thing to Patrick we have. He wants to take another Inkay out. No, he doesn't. He wants to set up this. That's not a knockout, right? He still needs Choice Band.
Patrick equals Starmie. That makes more sense.
So if we attack with this one, then go GX with the next one, then we should have free reign on the Buzzwolls. That's a pretty nice instruct. Nice and neat. I'm not going to Moon's Eclipse now because he could just Guzma this and take 3 prizes. That's the nightmare here. The nightmare scenario is if he Guzmas with this and takes the 3. Oh, that's also a card that he apparently plays. Okay. Oh... Okay. That's a problem then. When you see a Rigid Rocky X and an Acerola, you're like, there's just no way. There's just no way there's space for Blower.
Just no way.
And then they hit it. Oh, he just had it all.
Rolling in the deep.
Can't win.
Impossible.
You know when I said Fury Belt's good? Absolute load of...
Cod's wallet.
Field Blower, yo. What a card.
Mm-mm.
I'm just so confused. This game got so out of hand so quickly. So out of hand.
So nectar.
That was so bizarre. Maybe our turn was too passive when I didn't play that elixir. I don't know what it was. I don't know what. I genuinely don't even know what the problem was that game. I mean, they took prizes. It's hard for me to put my finger on where that all went wrong, because so much went wrong. You know? Fury Bell means we can KO Rockruff turn 2, which is actually so sick. Lycanroc Garbodor?
Tim, you madman.
Tim.
Timothy.
When Lapras draws bad, turn to Lycangarb.
When Lapras Garb draws bad.
No. 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 Not my furry belt. Emerson Q, cheers for the follow, dude. Energy Drive.
Energy Drive.
Are there fireworks going outside for you, Jack?
Sounds like it, doesn't it? I don't know why. Know what we're celebrating?
No. Why do they always have Blower, man? As soon as you play Fury Belt, everyone has Blower every turn. You know? So our best move here is to retreat, attach here, knock out with this. I'll always attach here. We just need to hit one squid to make this a good play. Or the elixir. Elixir works too. No, it doesn't work. It definitely doesn't. I hate this game so much, man. Oh, I'm so triggered by this deck. I don't know why I even play it. This deck is just so much like... so close to being such a good deck so often. I'm playing so many ball search outs, man. There's just no need for this aggravation. It's just not justifiable. god! I hate this game. It's just not fair. All I want is a fair game, you know? Too much
That's
to
all I
ask
ask.
for.
That's all I ask.
Alex a whiff. Draw for turn. Yeah. Play around the baby Buzzwole first of all. This can be mopped up by GX attack. Joe not top decking and luck sacking viewers goes down by 10%. I mean, is it sacking to hit one of your 10 outs from a Cynthia?
Yes.
Actually more than 10, 13 outs. Because we had all of our elixirs if they hit. 10 always outs plus 3 above 50% outs. Yeah, you're right. I sack. I don't play non-GX Mewtwo. I would play Hooper over Mewtwo promo. Why did I not blow the floats last turn? You wait until there's a Garb out. That's why. Because this turn I can actually get use of my abilities. Fancy that. We can also save our blower, which is nice. Two, four, six, eight. I mean, I could Ultra Ball away these. 10, 12. Starts getting scary for trash, though. I think we're good. Yeah, I shouldn't have blowed active. You're right, I'm bad. I was thinking I was playing both that turn, but I was like, nah, let's lay late end. The only reason I did it from the active, I thought I was playing both at the time. Tricky turn, huh? He's 2 away with GX to go. Still has choice bands. Lots of choice bands.
See you later, Deadly Boo.
He has no more strong energies though. And 1 more DCE, you'd imagine. He probably plays rainbows with the amount of troubles he plays. Have to be worried about the amount of items we're using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go to 7. Trying to thin as much as possible. We can't play down bench Pokemon, we've established that because of this guy. Oh man. This game is so fun today. Squids can actually just go home, man. I'm so done.
Go home.
So done with squids today. Squids are just bad. If they can lose to decks like that, like, they have to just be bad. It's just
dangerous rogue.
Simple. I don't even know what to play, man. I'm so tired as well. I'm gonna do a PTCGO Paracel. Paracel? Carousel.
Carousel.
What's good in this format? Man, I'm just so disillusioned with this game right now. You know, I should probably do some filters, huh?
PTCGO Carousel.
Broken. Man, I said, you know when we saw those lists and we were like, oh man, Fearabout's insane. It's so poor in all those games that I've played. They were basically game losing.
Yeah,
they were terrible.
Bad. Pretty bad.
They were actually in like they were easily the worst performing card in that deck. Easy. Like not even a question. I was right, man. Screw those guys. Silly team cake. I was right.
Silly team cake.
It was easily the worst performing card in all those games, right?
I mean, I've been learning Photoshop, so I'm reading chat. I paused the stream a little while ago.
Chat will agree that they were the worst performing cards. They did nothing. They actively hurt me. Made me think I could tank stuff, and then you're like, "Oop, nope,
Nope.
you
Don't think
did.
so.
You died." They basically just made my ends worse. That's all Fury Belt did that entire game, like the entire series of games. I'm just a talented player. I mean, your setup wasn't even good. The deck didn't even run hot or anything. It was just bad. Just bad Malamar being bad. Play the new Pyro. Should I just go back to drawing lots of cards? Oh, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play some Gorgeist. That'll be fun.
What? Stop.
Jack, I can't be bothered to think today. Okay, just let me have this.
Stop. Right. Cheers for watching, everyone. Stream's over. I'm taking over.
We found the answer. Do you play Octi? I'll start with Octi and see. Don't know why I'm asking, like, people should know this. Oh yes, boys. You know it makes sense. And then you just play Mallow and get the combo whenever you need it.
Whenever you so wish. Could just play Platinum, to be fair.
Yeah, could do. Where are my keys?
Greetings, traveller. Greetings, Mark.
How's it going, Mark?
You missed us raving about your list.
Right, time for lots of tools. Oops. Ooh. What other tools are there? That should be good, right? 16 tools. Should be good. We need some gizmos. With puzzles, we only need 3, right? Look at this stupid combo. Oh god, this just can't be right, you know. How do we beat Zoroark? Zunal, you want your number to be around 26k. Alrighty. Yes. Clap. Okay, we need to figure out a way to beat Zoroark. Any thoughts, Jack?
What doesn't Zoroark like? Zoroark doesn't like losing energy. Get some A-hammers in here.
Don't be silly. That's not the answer.
What else doesn't Zoroark like?
Maybe we do just play that thing. Let's play the thing and the stuff and see what happens.
What thing and stuff?
One pseudo, one counter energy. With Mallow.
Poggers.
Obviously. Obviously with Mallow. This is like Persimmon, but way, way worse.
Miss Maggie's Chaos Wheel. Yeah, Miss Maggie's Chaos Wheel. Easy.
It's for psychic energies, right?
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Zapdos TCG played Gorgeist at the regionals this weekend.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, Poggers.
Yeah.
He was sat like 2 levels down from me. I didn't get to say hi. Oh, okay. How did he do?
I saw him tie against a Greninja break, so...
Ah.
So, you know...
Interesting.
Could play Marshadow.
What, we copying the Marshadow though?
What's the question? Oh, Poggers. What are you doing then, Necrozma? What's your plan here then? No Klefki? I don't know, we'll figure out if I need Klefki or not. You realise
you can't...
I put no thought into this.
Can't copy Rotom, friend.
Hmm?
Someone said copy Rotom in the chat.
Oh, for Marshadow.
Yeah.
Rotom's attack cost is too high. I can't hit 180. Oh, I can see why Klefki could be good actually, because you can get more energy. You can get more targets for other tools and sort of bank them for future turns. I guess that makes sense. Oh well. We're here now. So 4-8. We want more Pokemon down so that we can draw into more tools. I feel like we want to be drawing more cards. I might just... this is so greedy to just get nothing. Fine, we'll do this. See, Joe's more excited to start a Nuzlocke than play PTCGO. I have no motivation right now. Valencia's 3 weeks away, and the format's not really changing.
Or
Do I go for the 2-shot on this? Yeah, I guess I do. Out of 10 for Pumpkin Bomb. Yeah, Mad Captain. Fill in Mark with the details of our first attempt of a Nuzlocke. Scarring Choice Span does more damage. Yeah, it's a 2-shot regardless though, right?
oh dear, oh dear.
But new meta.
New meta. But new meta. Honestly, it was so funny.
This deck has so many insta-play cards, I feel like we'll get more value. We did. I feel like we want to be drawing even more cards for our combos.
Honestly, Joe, you've gone off the deep end.
Yeah, I've lost all hope, Jack. This game, man. What happened to our beautiful game? B-string bloody happened, I tell ya. Maybe I won't be allowed to draw as many cards as I like. Okay. Oh, I forgot we're not playing Field Blower. We probably need to do that. For this serious deck that we're seriously building in a very serious way. Jack. How do I download Fire Red?
Oh, yeah. We actually, I think, have some questions for the chat. We definitely should have done this. We definitely should have done this at peak rather than when we've lost a third of our viewers.
Let's poll stuff.
Straw poll, you say? How do we get to straw poll? So, I had some fun Monday and Tuesday playing Nuzlocke. Was quite awkwardly swept by a Roselia, which left me with a Geodude and a Kricketot. So I sacked that run in, and we called it a test. Called it a test to see if you guys enjoyed seeing some Nuzlocke. Turns out you did. So then I asked the question of, would you prefer to see, if this started as a full series, would you prefer to see us kick off as Fire Red Leaf Green or Red and Blue? Because I want to start at Gen 1 no matter what happens, no matter what series it is. And pretty much by a huge majority, people said Fire Red Leaf Green, so I think I've dodged a bullet there. So then me and Joe were chatting today, and we thought, why don't we kick things off with a little bit of a special one, and why don't we do some kind of joint Nuzlocke? So there's not many. There's a few different ways we can do a joint Nuzlocke. Unfortunately, it's going to mean I don't think we can stream it. I think we're able to stream solo Nuzlocks pretty well, but joint Nuzlocks are really, really difficult to stream considering we both stream on the same channel.
Yeah.
So the first Nuzlocke won't be streamed. It will, in fact, be episodic instead, which is fine because Nuzlocks can happen in the future of future gens. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm currently sitting here trying to work out Photoshop to make a really cool background. Like I said at the start of the stream, I've done a load of video editing stuff this week as well, so I actually know how to edit our videos now. Hey ho, look at that. So we've got a nice little background going on, we've got a nice little video editing process going on, but we don't actually have any rules yet, which are quite important for a Nuzlocke. So one of the biggest questions is do you want to see, what kind of dual Nuzlocke do you want to see? I think, for me personally, I would rather not randomise our first Nuzlocke, just because I want to play, even though obviously Nuzlocke isn't a natural playthrough, I want to play through the game naturally, meeting the Pokemon you meet normally. I think randomising Nuzlocks are way better in future gens because it's way more random. A randomizer of Gen 1 really isn't going to be that interesting, because there's only, I guess technically you can get Ruby Sapphire Pokemon, but you know, it's not going to be as good as if we did a randomizer of Gen 5 or something where there's actually like 500 Pokemon that we could get. Mm-hmm. So I don't think we're going to do a randomizer. Luke's just suggested it there, right? We could do a Soul Link if we want to go super hard. The rules behind a Soul Link are if each Pokemon that's caught on a route is what's called Soul Linked. So if one player's Pokemon from Route 1 dies, then the other one dies as well. Mm-hmm. That's super difficult, but it could be fun. I think because it's going to be episodic, maybe we don't want to make it too hard, just because it'll be about one episode otherwise. But that could still be fun. We could do a versus, as in whoever makes it to the final makes it to completing the game first wins. My personal issue is Joe's played a lot more Gen 1 than I have, so I'm going to get lost.
Get lost. I can't believe you can get lost in Gen 1. I just don't actually believe that that's possible.
But that could work. Or we could just do a genuine side-by-side Nuzlocke. Just both of us having fun, going through. There could be some other rule we implement. Those are the two off the top of my head that I can remember that are quite popular.
I don't know this.
But there may be some other way we can do it. So yeah, it's pretty much whatever you guys want to see. I think we're actually hoping to... I'm looking at all of the ins and outs of how and when we can record. And I think we're actually hoping to get some recording done in the near future, which should be cool. I'm going to teach Joe how to download all of the required things tonight.
Terrible.
Oh, he's finally realised.
Oh, guys, it's terrible. Oh, God. I hate this game. What other terrible deck can I build?
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I think there's many other questions to ask.
I have a really cool idea for twist on a Nuzlocke, which I want to do.
Yeah, me and Joe have been throwing random rules at one another all day, seeing what we think, seeing what each other thinks of the rules. If this is received well, which it seemed to be so far from the little bit I did at the start of the week, I think this could genuinely be somewhat of a mainstay on the channel. Obviously, there's only 7 gens, so it's probably only ever going to be 7 series. But
That's still like a year.
That's a huge amount of content, and it's going to be a load of fun. And then there's so many different ways to Nuzlocke and stuff. It doesn't even you can't even rule out the fact that we can't go back and play Gen 1 again with different rules. Maybe we play a versus this time, and maybe one of us just solos it next time with a randomizer or something. There's so many different sort of combinations of things you can do. If it's received well, it's something that I think Joe and I would love to carry on doing.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is we need to know what you guys are going to want to see. I haven't watched the Nuzlocke in years, so I don't know whether there's any particular new ones out. Like the last Nuzlocke I watched was a Soul Lock with Shady Penguin and the King Nappy, I believe. And I think it was their Gen 2 Soul Lock. And that's easily like 4 or 5 years ago now, I'd say.
I liked Marilan's Wedlock. That's a really good one.
Wedlock was cool, yeah.
Can I do this realistically? Do I need to grab Lele here? Yeah, I need to grab Lele. Let's be realistic.
A cool series. It'd be really difficult if you're recording, but it'd be really cool for streaming. Would be one that I'd like to do is having set streams that are only 2 hours, but every 2 hours. So every stream you have a new rule for those catches.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So at the end of the stream and leading up to the next stream, you could have people vote in on what they want the rule to be. That'd be cool. There's loads of things we can do with it. It's just essentially what you guys want to see. I have so much time off of uni now for the next month or so that I wanted to get more content onto the channel. And the format is so stale right now. Like, we wanted to try something new. And the Platinum Nuzlocke was genuinely... I've always said it's my favourite game, but I forgot how much I loved that game. And I only played like an hour and a half, like 3.5 hours of it. It was so much fun.
Is this stream some sort of repentance for an unspeakable act? This is literally me just caring so little about playing right now.
Scratching the itch. Oh, Matt Captain, you did a poll. Thank you so much. It's really appreciated.
Also, just let us know if you actually care about us playing those games at all or not, or if you're just like, would you rather me do more Greninja gameplay for another like 2 months? Because
that's your other option.
That's the only other option you've got here, boys. Think of that.
I personally, from not just a video creating content point of view, but I think it's really going to test my editing and Photoshop skills. So that's why I'm probably going to do it no matter what, just because I want to use it as a building block for becoming a better editor and user of Photoshop. So, like, essentially what we're saying is we're going to be doing a Nuzlocke of Fire Red in the very near future. And if there's any preference that you guys have, feel free to say it. Otherwise, we'll come up with something fun, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. Fire Red is a game I've only played through once, so I'm looking forward to playing through it again. I need to find my Fire Red, actually. I need to look back at my old team.
The old team. Get the old team back together.
Why is it called Nuzlocke? I think it was...
Do you know, Jack?
Wasn't it to do with some, like, comic book?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know much more than that, but it was. I know it was something to do with a Japanese comic, right?
It was a comic book. I don't know if it was Japanese, but it's about. Basically, it was over Ruby and Sapphire hard mode was like what it was called.
Mm.
And the guy gets a Seedot. It evolves into a Nuzleaf, and then the Nuzleaf gets knocked out and dies.
Mm.
And it has the face of John Locke from Lost. So it's like a pop culture reference, really. at the time, but
Stuck.
it stuck as Nuzlocke basically because it was a sort of recurring character because his catchphrase was "everything happens for a reason." And
Oh yes.
this comic book introduced these three golden rules, and basically everyone replicated it.
I think it's genuinely been one of the best things to happen to the VG community from a non-competitive side. It's increased the amount of content people have produced, which is fantastic. But it's also such a fun way of playing through the games.
Yeah.
Like the games have been getting so much easier. It actually turns the games really hard. Like I thought, I was shocked how quickly I lost at the Nuzlocke this week. I genuinely was. I didn't think I'd make it all the way through, but I did not think I'd lose where I did.
To a Roselia.
To a Roselia, just growthing in my face.
Yeah.
Never heard this story. Jack got swept by Roselia for a reason.
Exactly.
We have a lot of, in the complete side note, we have a lot of different things we want to do with the channel over the next few months. Me and Joe are in the process of jotting down some notes for an update video that we're going to have hopefully at least by World's time, ready for the next season, because we want to look at next season. We like to change things around the start of the season so it all sort of ties in together. So we're looking at sort of slowly getting an update video together, which would be good regarding all of the TCG stuff. But this is just something on the side that I think.
Yeah, I think it's just well timed as well because we're both sort of like demotivated, Pokemon wise, because I mean Valencia and Worlds, yeah, but the meta's not changing much.
Mm-hmm.
So we pretty much know where we're at, relatively. So there's not much reason for us to be testing much. I tested loads for Sheffield, so I don't feel like committing another like huge blowout for a while, for like at least another week or so, or 2 weeks before I get back into try a lot.
I really don't think I'm going to be that interested until after NAIC.
Yeah.
I think I'll play a fair bit in the few days before we actually play in Valencia, but I don't think I'm going to be too interested until NAIC at this point.
So
just because there's no big tournaments.
It's just a good time for us to do some Nuzlocking because it'll be fresh and we'll genuinely be excited rather than trying to like force excitement for like decks for the next like 3 weeks. I'll still be doing videos and stuff, but
something on the side.
Yeah, that'll be something we'll genuinely be happy to stream for a long time. Like already, it's like not even 12. Normally I look at the clock and I'm like, oh my god, it's already 12:30. But here I am, having played Gorgeist
playing
Ninja,
frogs,
and being like, why is the clock going so slowly? But yeah, I've completed 2 Nuzlocks before, and I've completed 2 solo runs. So it's something that like you just get the bug of doing it, and once that happens, you just want to play loads. Sean, yeah, exactly.
Nane is definitely the best Pokemon. See, I got super attached to that whole team and I was playing for what, 3 hours?
It just happens. It creeps up on you, man.
When I saw Tor die, I was in bits.
He was your answer as well. He was the way to win that.
Yeah, I honestly forgot I had that spec def until you said.
When you even when you switched out of him, you just had to be a man and just use tackle that turn, and then you win like most times.
It was interesting. Lessons learned, I think.
Well, we're slowly, turn by turn, top decking into not losing the game, which is fun.
I loved that cricket top. uh,
Sure. Yeah, that was pretty grim that we had to face each other. Poor Patricia. Yeah, Patricia was the reason you lost, I think.
Losing Patricia was a big deal.
I mean, I think just in general you trained way too many Pokemon for the early game. I think you were just so excited that you were catching so many Pokemon. You
I
were
was like, oh
I'll
my
train
god, I
them
got
all.
a Shigs. Let's go.
Yeah. Whereas, like, in a normal... Oh, sorry, I dropped a pen. In a normal run-through, you're normally like, okay, I'll catch this, and then by, like, the second gym, I'll have 2 Pokemon, and it goes it's a lot slower progress, but you were just so keen to
I was like, oh my god,
have no
Pokemon
friends.
everywhere.
Yeah. You gotta be a lot more simple. Simple strats. Oh yes.
I'm so my first outing on Sony Vegas was me making a reaction video to me losing Patricia, and the massive Starly just takes over the screen.
No.
It was tears. It was honestly so sad. I'll maybe release that one day. Maybe that could be a 10,000 subscriber special. Bonus
Old weeping.
bonus content. Massive Starly just looking at me in the eye. Why did you do this, Jack?
Everything happens for a reason.
Did Nanny die? I'm not telling you who died, Sean.
That Roselia man.
Rose between 2 thorns. Nanny died. We need to turn the heating on as a tribute. Oh.
Please. I mean, we lost, right? We did nothing this whole game. Okay, Greninja sucks. Cool. Cool. We're just just reminding ourselves why we play Tier 1, right? That's all we're doing today. We're reaffirming the fact that we should only play the best decks in the format. And by decks, I mean deck. And by deck, I mean Zoroark. This is a valuable lesson. This is the most valuable testing session we've perhaps ever had.
Don't play bad decks.
Play the good stuff. That way you won't lose to the bad stuff. You're heartbroken you didn't play Zoro. I don't know why you didn't play Zoro, to be honest. Put so much time into it. You even said that you only wanted to 64 and that... I don't know.
Clown shoes.
Glalie127, how's it going?
Glalie. A great Pokemon.
Oh look, supportless hand. Welcome to Greninja.
Big Greninja. Little Greninja.
Come on, use your Mallow. Waste a parallel, please. Waste a parallel. Dare you. I beg.
Aether Paradise.
No third guy? No, Luke's not here today. I think he's working late this week. Oh, dearie me. I can't last much longer. I think this is my last game, boys.
I'm falling.
My eyes are rolling to the back of my head. Everything's gone fuzzy. Hey look, we're not supportless. Broken deck. Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo. The lads. Man, frogs are such a boring deck. Which is more unreliable, me playing Squids or Kirkham's car? Oh, man. Now you've gone and said it. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Luke was kind enough to drive me up to Sheffield because of my leg, so I can't drive myself at the moment. And unfortunately, his tyre on the way back went flat and the valve was broken, so we couldn't reinflate it. So I ended up waiting in Rotherham for 5 hours for the RAC to turn up to try and fix Luke's car. And then they ended up towing us to like halfway to Coventry, which is where Luke lives. And then we ended up eventually getting back to Cov at 3:30 in the morning on Sunday night, and I had to work on the Monday. So that was great fun for the whole family. Oh my god, is he... Oh, what a turn, man. That's a sick turn. Yeah, so that kind of sucked. As many as 5 hours. Yeah, I mean, we were at a pub for the first, 3 hours, but then that even shut. So the first few hours was fine. We just watched the Brazil game, played some pool, had fun. But then we were basically at Mackey's twiddling our thumbs for another, 2.5 hours. Just watching the clock tick down, going, now I could really use some sleep. Basically.
Now I really, really do need to go to bed.
If I go to sleep now, I can get 4 hours sleep. You know? those sorts of fun games. But yeah, that was a bit of a downer. But I got home eventually. I was late for work because it was difficult to get the courtesy car in the morning, so I had to get my dad to pick me up from Cov. So I was late to work. people weren't too happy about it. What do I do for a living? I work for a life science company, a family business, in accounts.
How's Anne?
What's that about?
That's a not safe for stream joke.
Oh no.
Copy this. I don't understand.
I think it's better for us to get more output than just grab another Greninja. Cash in on these water energies now. Try and pull the Starmie from our prizes. The Staryu, I mean. That's why I'm going to grab the Zorua here, I think. Oh, man. Let me think about this. No, we just pile on, I guess. His hand size is 1.
Pile on.
Oh boy, the Lotto. No, the GX attack. Plus, don't tell me that an Energy Lotto has lost me this game. Please, no. No. Top deck, please. This game is quality. Fun for the whole family. Highly recommend. Let's keep Bubble available, I guess. What are the odds he has another energy in his hand? What are the odds, guys? Roll up, roll up. I'll give you great odds. I'll give you 100% odds that he's got another energy in his hand. Sycamore. No! What a stupid game. What? Stop! Stop, man. This is not right. It's just not right. What the... There's just no way. Okay, so we top deck N next turn, and we hit double E hammer, right? And this one Greninja carries us the whole game. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty easy.
Okay, so it all starts off with us drawing a supporter here, obviously. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, good. Greninja's so bad. How can anyone play this deck? How? How now? How? Okay, I'm done. I actually can't play any more Pokemon today. I need a break. I need a Kit Kat. And a cry. So good news is I'll be starting the OmniPoke Versus series again soon. That'll be good. That'll be motivating for me. I will be doing deck videos soon again, starting those back up because it has been a while since I've uploaded new decks. But the problem is the format is literally 3 decks right now. So it's really going to be difficult to try and pump out any content that's not those 3 decks. Whoops. But yeah. Sorry it's been like low energy and dull today, but that's just...
That's what the format does.
I need to look at the format with a fresh pair of eyes in a couple of days' time. I've just sort of burnt out with Pokemon after a disappointing result over the weekend, putting so much time into it. But yeah, we'll figure things out. And this Nuzlocke thing, let us know if you think it's a good idea, if you'd watch it or not. All that stuff. It'll at least be something fresh and fun to do for a bit. So, should be good. And we're both in the mood to do it, so it'll just be
fun.
It's basically content that you'd get for free. Like, it's not replacing any other content we would be doing. We're just adding to the pool of stuff to do rather than replacing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed everything. And yeah, see you guys. I don't know. What day is it today? Wednesday? I'll probably make a video tomorrow. I've got time on my hands. Alrighty. See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.